Yo, what's going on, YouTube runners? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this. Guys, the channel is growing so much. There's views that are going up, subscriber counts going up. We're almost at 60, which is amazing. I just want to say thank y'all. I just wanted to spread the joy of running, because for me it really is a joy. I don't do it because it's fitness. I don't do it because it's a punishment. I do it because I love to do it, and there's a joy in there. It makes me feel free. I love running so much. So if y'all can do me a favor, can keep spreading this community, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff for me. It'll help me out tremendously in spreading this passion and just trying to inspire more people to get out there, lace them up, and go get some miles in. Without further ado, let's get into today's run. 14-mile long run. This is going to be the longest run for this half marathon coming up in May. And we are rocking, so if you guys watched my YouTube short from a few days ago, I told you guys that I really want to try getting into some zero drop shoes, maybe even getting into some minimalistic barefoot shoes so I can review those while I'm running or try those while I'm running. So our first step there is a 5 mil drop. Now, I do run in a couple 5 mil, 6 mil drop shoes, things like the Ghost, the Mizunos. Those are pretty much in that 5 to 6 mil drop. So I'm hoping these will be okay. These are the TOPO Atmos. These are a max cushion offering from TOPO, and I figured it'd be a good starting adjustment to get down to that zero drop shoe. So I did wear these on Sunday for like a 3-mile run, but I was just very sore in the calf, and it wasn't because of these shoes. It was because it's the day before I was actually wearing the zero drop shoes, just kind of roaming around, and I think I might have overdid it a little bit, so really super sore. But wore these for a 3-mile run on Sunday, wore them just to work yesterday, and they feel really good. So now I'm gonna take them out for a run, a proper run, and hopefully they do amazing. I do like this shoe because it does have a wider toe box, so it does follow the shape of your foot, where it gives your toes room to splay out. If you're wearing like regular socks, it doesn't really give you that offering. So I do have toe socks on right now, so I can really get that full effect of it. So let's lace these bad boys up. I've been eyeing this shoe for a really long time, and I finally bought them through Running Warehouse because they had them on sale. I was a little skeptical because the foam just looked kind of hard, like firm, but it's got that niceness. I feel it feels very close to the Mount to Coast, where it's got that nice cushion, but it's also got a nice bounce to it. It's got a nice like firm feel. I do know with these ones, I did do a runner's loop last time, so I'm gonna runner's loop it again. Maybe I'll do one with no runner's loop, one with runner's loop, see which one works best for me. But yeah, if you guys didn't watch my short, I am trying to adjust to a zero drop shoe, because I do want to get my foot into different kind of shoes, move the load around on my foot. You know, there's a lot of studies of which one's better for injury, which one is, you know, I'm not worrying about that. I'm gonna try to find the right shoe for me. That's what I'm looking to do. So, but also in that, since I try so many shoes, I figured, well, maybe one of these shoes could help any one of you buy a pair and get out there. I have been actually really steering clear of some carbon plated shoes. So when I do get to wear those are like a little treat. They're super light. I go super fast, but I don't really wear them as much as I used to now. So I got one shoe in a runner's knot, one shoe in not a runner's knot, so I can see what works for me. 14 miles, so it's a really long run, so we're gonna kind of do that half leaving the camera here and then pick up the camera in the second half. So let's get out there. For breakfast, egg whites, 1 whole egg, whole bagel. And then for the gels today, we're actually switching it up. We are rocking the Morton 160. So I want to see if maybe adding a little bit more carbohydrates and a little more sugar in my body will make a huge difference. So this is what we're rocking today. And let's go. Let's get some miles in. Yo, what's going on, runners? All right, so did the bulk of the running. Got about 1.5 miles left. And let's quickly go over the shoes. Some first run impressions. We're about 12 miles in. Hold on real quick. I was gonna change to 12, and I do manual laps. So, but yeah, 12 miles in, and it's a really good shoe. It did kind of get a little bit more, like a lot of reviews that I was reading on the website said that it kind of softened up. I kind of feel like it got a bit more firmer as the miles went on. Definitely feels like that Mount to Coast R1 kind of has those same characteristics in my book. But super light run. We're keeping the effort like moderate, but not too high. The power, I'm keeping it super low. So yeah, just trying to run in a sense free, and it's feeling really good today, like really good. I accidentally paused my watch within the first like mile and a half, but it wasn't an accident. It was, I wanted to like catch my breath, and instead of hitting resume, I guess I hit save. So I had like 2 runs today. One run was like a mile, 1.67, and then had to start a new one. So even though the watch says 11, I'm adding it up to 12. But yeah, all in all, off a 5 mil drop shoe, I think works really, really well for me. I like it, and shoe feels really comfortable. Love the wide toe box. So let's finish up strong and catch you to recap for the car. Yo, what's going on, runners? Boy, I'll be honest, this run started with very high optimistic hopes and just didn't feel great, but doesn't take away that I was able to be out here and just be happy and put the work in no matter what the setbacks were in this run. It was great, and it wasn't just technology setbacks. If you guys watched, I know that I paused my watch. I ended up ending the first run. So I ended the first run with 1 mile, 0.86, and then had another 13 miles to regroup it. I don't know how I ended it, but we ran in the TOPO Atmos, and this is the only shoe that I'm gonna actually start off with something negative. So I felt it more towards the end of the run. I want to say like mile 11, mile 10, probably 9 or 8. They have like this little toe guard here in the front, right? Most shoes do. My Mount to Coast shoe also has that little toe guard here in the front, right? It's to protect your toes against anything just brushing up against it. The problem is the Topo had it look it extends way to pretty much almost the midfoot. Not the midfoot, but right where the joint of your toe is. And I felt my big toe constantly rubbing that. Took my sock off, and it's a little red and probably gonna have a blister tomorrow, but that's the only thing. Maybe the other foot doesn't have that problem. Like, so my right foot didn't have that problem, maybe because I runners looped it and it just kind of kept my foot in there. So I'm not gonna say it was a shoe design. It could have just been maybe because I didn't runners knot it from the beginning, my foot kind of slid forward. I felt a little bit better around mile like 8.5. I stopped. I did do the runner's knot with this shoe, so it did feel better around then, so maybe it was just that I didn't have that runner's knot, and my foot kind of moved around a little bit. But yeah, I had to do another run, maybe not another long run, but you could kind of see it. If I push the upper down, you could see how firm that toe guard is. If we look at something like the Mount to Coast, I could push it down, but the toe guard also is like kind of flimsy, where it can kind of move around. The TOPO, I mean, it's a hard toe guard. So otherwise, was a shoe that really kept me up on my forefoot and my midfoot. You can actually see the bottoms here. There's actually like barely any staining on the heel. All that wear just goes right into that forefoot. Really, really good foam. They call this a zip foam. Really, really good. It's got a sturdy heel counter. Otherwise, the shoe felt fabulous. And wearing it all day at work yesterday, I did not notice that toe guard piece until the running. So it's a very breathable shoe. I literally felt the wind go right through this upper, right into my toes. So really, really breathable shoe. And they give you an ortholite insole. So it's a very, very, very comfy shoe. I did feel that it got a bit firmer as the ride went on. So it was very soft, very cushiony, and then it got a bit firmer. So really nice to, you could pick up the pace in this shoe if you wanted to. But it's pretty much TOPO's max cushion long run. Can be used as a daily trainer workout shoe. TOPO kind of makes shoes, if you look at like their category of shoes, like if you go to Running Warehouse, it kind of breaks down what each shoe is, and each shoe kind of has the same kind of description, where it could be used as a long run, it could be used as a workout. So it's not to say that I'm not going to try this company or keep this shoe around. I'm going to keep this shoe around. I'm going to try it some more, but I don't know. Maybe it was just because I did not runner's knot it from the beginning. I made my toes went to the front, and it was literally just hitting that toe guard the whole time. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, if you guys are looking for a really nice, like, wide toe box shoe, but you want a nice tight fit in the midfoot and the heel, this is a really good shoe. Got a really good lockdown. I would recommend runner's knotting it. So this way your heel doesn't slip around, because I did in the store when I got it, I actually ordered it. When I got it in my first few walking steps, I did get a little bit of heel slippage. So that's when I decided to runner's knot it. But then this run, I was like, well, let me just go run one shoe not runner's knot, the other shoe runner's knot, and that was the only difference in the shoe. And the shoe that wasn't runner's knot is the one that I had the pain in the toe guard. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully it doesn't blister up too bad, where I can still keep running. But yeah, we're gonna get some more miles in this shoe, and I really liked it. It was a really nice, comfortable ride. I'm not gonna say anything about the foam. The foam was nice. The cushioning was nice. The extra room in the toe box was nice. It's just I'm a little concerned with that toe guard. It kind of gives me a little bit of hesitant wearing it for another run. But yeah. I am going to. Maybe it was just because I did not runner's knot it. Because when I was running with this shoe on Sunday, I did runner's knot both of them, and I didn't have that problem. So maybe it's just one of those shoes that definitely need a runner's knot, because there is more room in a toe box. Your toes do have a little more space to kind of move around, so maybe it does need a runner's knot to keep that heel in the back. I don't know. But all in all, I like this foam. The upper was so nice. I mean, for a brand that you don't see on many runners' feet, this is an awesome shoe. I can see why, like, in the trail running space and in the ultra marathoning space, like, they are good for that shoe. It's a really, really comfortable shoe. It doesn't fight with your feet. If you are a heel striker, I mean, it could, glide you along really smoothly. It's got a nice rocker. It's got a nice rocker to it. All in all, I mean, it's a low drop shoe, so for those of you who don't know, that would really put you more up on your midfoot and forefoot, so putting more through the calf and the Achilles. But definitely, I mean, Hoka's are also 5mm drop, so like, it's not like it's a super low drop shoe where other shoe companies don't have that drop. You probably are running and or walking in a 5mm drop shoe, or you have at one point in your life. So, but really, really good shoe. I think if you're a beginner runner, or you just want a really comfortable ride for a long run, I mean, don't count TOPO out, man. Just runner's knot it. Or if you have this brand of a shoe, let me know if you guys had that problem. But all right, y'all, to the next run. This video is kind of all over the place. I apologize. To the next run, peace out.